Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Really excited for today's video. The beer's courtesy of Mike. Thank you so much, Mike. I really appreciate it. So this is Monkish, no big deal. Lost in Spaces. And it's a triple IPA, 10.1% ABV. Not 10%, 10.1% ABV. Drink freshy. I think this is pretty darn fresh. This is three weeks old at time of review. Crush, kill, destroy. Sip, contemplate, enjoy. What's that? You only come for the beer reviews? Okay. Dance, monkey, dance. Got it. Well, definitely looks like a certain style of triple IPA. All right. Yeah, it has that orange. Actually, it's very dark orange. Usually, this is a point where I mention the yellow on the outside. But no, I mean, it's orange. Very orange juice. Bordering on like turning into an orange itself. Almost exactly a finger of... it's like white with orange mixed in, which isn't surprising. So an off-white with a little bit of orange mixed in color. Compact, tiny bubbles. They're breaking up a little bit, so they're forming some regular, like, small-sized bubbles. But, I mean, it definitely looks like a big, New England-style family of IPA, so I'm not surprised it's a triple. Definitely looks the part. Let's get into the aroma. It doesn't just look like orange, it smells a lot like oranges. There's pineapple. They don't put hops, right? I'm almost positive. Yeah. Yeah, huge pineapple. When I was a kid, sometimes, we got very boring orange juice a lot, and every once in a while I would get like orange with banana or orange with pineapple. It very much is like that orange pineapple juice turned into a beer. That's really what it smells like. There is an earthy element. For me, not quite dank, more just, like earth. Some generic tropical. Kiss some mango specifically. But yeah, it's super citrus. I shouldn't say citrus. Super orangey and super pineapple-y. It smells fantastic. Like, just to repeat myself, like I seem to always do in triple IPA videos, don't want to taste any alcohol in this beer. Not a style I want to taste alcohol in. The aroma's very juicy. It's not like dry from the alcohol or anything like that. Not that you really get too much dryness in aroma, but anyway, it doesn't smell like a beer that's going to be dry is more what I mean. Let's just get into what it tastes like. Cheers. Thanks again, Mike. Tons of that, wow, tons of that pineapple and sweet orange juice. Like I was mentioning about the aroma, there's the littlest bit of this alcohol dryness. Like you get hit with the sweet juiciness. It doesn't even really get bitter. Like for an IPA beer, like for the IPA family, it doesn't get that bitter. It got more dry. Of course, I mentioned that. The second sip, I get a little bit more bitterness, so it does seem to be compounding on my palate. But yeah, I mean, it is, like I was saying about the aroma, it is orange and pineapple juice turned into a big beer. You get these vapors, these whispers of alcohol towards the finish, but it's not like in the aftertaste where I'm like, oh, yeah, that's alcohol. That's some sort of like grain alcohol, ethanol kind of a thing. Nope. Just some dry whispers. It doesn't drink like a cocktail or something. That being said, this would probably be a good beer for someone who's not a beer person, but they do like, orange forward cocktails. Because I think they would appreciate, if it's a well-made cocktail and, you can get some of the booze, I think they would appreciate the step away from that, but not the full leap to, what a beer tastes like. So I hope that's helping. Like, to me, that's a really good descriptor as I'm trying to convey to someone who hasn't had this beer, how this beer tastes. In my mind, that is like super accurate. So I hope it makes sense and translates to you. Man. Interesting. Now I'm getting like a little bit of that cat pee Simcoe thing. Unless my cat's down here and is actively peeing. The cat's not down here. So that original earthiness that I said is not danky is holding on to the earthiness. But yeah, some of that like West Coasty, and I could see Simcoe, again, like they don't put the hops, but I could see easily Citra. I could see something like Galaxy for the pineapple. I could see Simcoe. But for the orange, I could also see some of, not all of the old school C hops, but maybe a couple other ones besides, Citra begins with a C, that could kick out some of that orange. There's a creaminess to it, almost like creamsicle. Not even almost, like, yeah. I had said how that bitterness was compounding. And now it's kind of going the other way, like that first sip I had, where there's not too much bitterness. It's very juicy. And maybe because I'm getting used to it, that dryness seems to have subsided, but there's still, every time, that kiss, that whisper of the alcohol. But I tell you what, for someone who does not like the taste of alcohol in this style of beer, it's not over the threshold for me. This is phenomenal. Like this is not. I go back and forth on triple IPAs. I rarely seek them out myself, but it's not like when someone is nice enough to send me one, I'm like, oh, gross. Like, it's not like that either. But this is one of those triple IPAs where it's like, no. Like, you do want this style. You do like this style. Keep an open mind to this style. It's that good. Man, because they can do the whole like ABV, calorie, etc., thing where you're like, is it worth the bigger ABV? Is it worth the extra calories? Is it worth rolling the die, having a second beer, maybe feeling like crap tomorrow, or drinking this too fast because it's so easy and so delicious? I think this one does warrant the extraness of it. Wow. I mean, obviously, Monkish has a great reputation, a lot of hype, to use my word. And this is one of those beers that definitely delivers. Wow. I mean, I could, like they said, I could crush this beer. I mean, which is scary for how much alcohol's in it. Man. Yeah, this is fantastic. Thanks again, Mike, man. I really appreciate it. Have you guys had this beer before? Have you had anything from Monkish? What do you think of Monkish? What do you think of triple IPAs? Anything, everything. Comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So always, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, thanks again, Mike. Cheers.